Welcome back to Chismesan. I'm Janie.
And I'm Eric. If you are in Ho Chi Minh and love food like we do, then you are in for a great treat because there's so much good food here.
Yes, but we don't want you to be stuck with only the generic food for tourists. The best part of traveling is to experience the local food. And that's why we made this video to show you where all the authentic local food is in Ho Chi Minh.
I'm getting hungry just thinking about all the great food. So let's roll it. There are so many good food places here in Ho Chi Minh City that we can only give you a sampling of what this city has to offer. But rest assured, all these places are really good and they are among our favorites, so that's why we're sharing with you. There is a variety of food places from higher-end restaurants with international standards that are close to North American prices to casual, localized restaurants and food stalls which are good and very cheap compared to what we're used to paying. We will feature these restaurants from the highest cost to the lowest. If this is your first time in Vietnam and you feel that you may have a sensitive stomach, then I would stick with the first few. But if you're adventurous and really want that authentic local experience, then you must try the last few stalls in this video, especially the Vinh Con Seafood Street. So we just landed in Ho Chi Minh and we're with a good friend David here, and he brought us to Calibre restaurant in the Palace Hotel. Really good food overall. Everything that we've ordered has been really yummy. The Vietnamese pho is very special. The ingredients is quite fresh. What I like is they actually put it in a nice hot stone pot, so the broth always stays hot. The broth here is very different than what we have in Vancouver. It's something about it. It's sweeter. It's more clear. The noodles is nice. But you know, the chicken wing was really good. But what I must say, my favorite so far is avocado. Very good. You can taste that it's naturally sweet because in Vancouver they add sweeteners. But what I love is they put a scoop of brodered ice cream and it's heavenly. So rich and creamy. This was an interesting sign that I saw in the washroom, which reminded me that Vietnam is definitely still a developing country. Quan An Ngon is a long-standing favorite place with the locals. It's a higher-end restaurant that serves many popular traditional Vietnamese dishes, like the sour fish soup that we ordered here. So this is their crispy rice cake, and this is their long special salad. It's got jellyfish and egg, and cucumbers and spices. This is another Vietnamese classic called Bun Xeo. We will actually be featuring another local restaurant that specializes in just this popular dish. And we're going to show you how to eat it, so watch till the end. And this is a popular Vietnamese drink that Kirsten has fallen in love with. So what Kirsten is making there is soda chang dừa, which is a very popular drink in Vietnam. Quite simple actually. It's soda with lime and sugar. So if you want that, it's very refreshing, then order that. Okay, soda chang dừa. So we just finished a great meal at this restaurant in District 1. It's called Cuc Gach Quan. It's weird spelling, so we'll put it down on the list, down on the video for you. But yeah, it's a traditional Vietnamese restaurant. A lot of vegetable base, serene setting, very nice. What do you think about the food?
The food was really nice. It actually is to me, it's like a very homemade style kind of food. So it is very comforting for me because this is where I grew up. That's where I'm born and raised as a child. And most of these food I actually eat at home where my parents cook for me. But you know, having taste again at this restaurant brings back a lot of memories, and it's actually really you know, good traditional homemade style food. So I highly recommend you guys come and try it out if you guys never tried any homemade food, Vietnamese, like true Vietnamese food before. This restaurant is called Hum. It's actually a vegetarian restaurant. Follow me.
Oh, wait a minute. This is not those Chinese wish sticks, but it's very cool. What it is it's straw. And what they use is they use grass straw. Very environmental. I love it. And you know, this is vegetarian. They're very environmental, but I thought this was a very ingenious way of using natural organic material for a straw.
So this salad is called pomelo salad that they have at this vegetarian restaurant. It is so good. So what they have in here is I think it's cashew nut with celery, but the pomelo is really sweet and it adds some spice to it. So this is a little kicker. It's so good. You guys have to try this one when you guys come here. So it's really unique, which we don't have yet in Vancouver. So also what I have on this plate is a lotus root chips. So I don't know what they add on it. It's like some kind of spice. But it's very tasty. It's very crunchy. It's really good. So far, everything here is really good. So this is vermicelli. I added some basil, star fruit, and this is raw banana. And we eat it with this spring roll. So this spring roll is a must try when you come here. It's actually one of their signature dish. So far I tasted with a lot of different type of mushrooms in here with vermicelli and all wrapped in a very nice presentation. So even with vermicelli, it's so good. You guys gotta try it. I never tasted like a spring roll that's that good before.
So while we were here, we also got this tofu. It's cute. It's like in a little stick, and it's deep fried.
Oh, it's mosquito.
And it's sort of, it's crunchy on the outside and then soft on the inside, but it tastes like two separate things. It doesn't even taste like tofu. It just tastes like crunchiness.
So this is another salad that we order. It's called banana blossom, and it's very unique. What they have in here is this this transparent white. It's called sea cup. It's like seaweed, but it's very crunchy, and it gives a really good texture when you eat it together with the banana blossom. So it's really unique. I never tried this before, so it's my first time, and it tastes really good.
So we had a lot of really good food here. It's hard for me to pick one that I really like. What I find unique about this restaurant is that they can take what seemingly is the simplest of things and make it super interesting. An example is this fried rice. You know, who would think that fried rice is special? But what they did was they actually mixed it with small grains of deep fried rice in with the regular rice. So when you bite on it, it gets this nice crispy texture, and it's also a nice fragrance to it. So that I really like. And I think, you know, if I had to pick, it's either gonna be this fried rice or the spring roll. That's my favorite. The spring roll, I don't know what skin they use, but it's nice and crispy and light. It's not like regular spring roll where it feels a bit heavy with the oil. That's really nice, and the texture inside, they use mushrooms and vegetables like that, so there's a whole bunch of different textures. Super interesting. So, and that supposedly is their signature dish. So when you're here, make sure you order that one.
So while we are okay. So right now we are at Hum for the second time at the second location, and again we got these lotus root chips. I usually don't like the ones with a lot of pepper. I just don't know why. I just don't like it. So it's lotus. It's good. I can taste the pepper, it's very strong. And it's lotus root, so it's healthy. And what's better than eating chips and being healthy? Win-win.
Bun Mam place, which is really close to Banh Canh, which is like a market. It's a famous market. Anyways, what this place is famous for is this type of noodle. It's bun, which means the thicker rice noodle, and mam, which is the fish sauce. We use fish sauce to stew it. So it's like a seafood broth. And there's seafood, there's pork in there. So this place is very famous for. There's crab cakes. If you're by there, come by, check it out. But it is one of the more famous dishes, and only in South Vietnam. You don't get this in North Vietnam. So having Vietnamese noodles, you have to add these extra veggies and everything. This is, I think, banana peel and other spices, bean sprouts, veggies. It adds the flavor of it. And then you cook it. So add this stuff right when it comes, so it's nice and hot, and you cook it. If you find yourself to Banh Canh, then look across the street, you will see the stall. It's called Bun Mam in red letter, okay? Bun Mam. This was a very good place if you want Bun Xeo. Unfortunately though, COVID has forced them to shut down. But there are still many places that specialize in this popular local dish, so we thought it would still be good to share with you what it is and show you how to eat it.
So this is how I would eat Bun Xeo. So you put the fish sauce in a smaller bowl, and if you like spice, you can either add a little spice to it, to the sauce. And then they give you a huge plate of vegetables, fresh. There we go, talking about Bun Xeo, it's just like freshly made. Okay, see? So how you put a lot of different type of herbs that they give you. There's basil leaf. There's many different type of basils. Different kind of leaves there. So you put in your big bowl, and then what you would do is that later is that you would cut out this big pancake into a smaller portion. Look at what they have in there. Like there's prawns, there's green beans, and there's onions, and there's bean sprouts in there. And then you put it in your bowl, and then you add your fish sauce onto it, and then you eat it. So this is my bowl of fish sauce. So I love spice, so I add a lot of spice to my sauce.
Really crispy, huh?
Really good. We made it really crispy. You have to eat it really fresh when it come here. So, put it on your table. So don't leave it until it's cooled down. When it's cooled down, the pancake is not as crunchy.
So this is the other way of eating it. You can wrap it in a lettuce. That's why they give you really big leaves of lettuce. If you don't mind getting your hand dirty, break it up in small pieces, wrap it with lettuce, dip into sauce, and then eat. Both ways are fine. This is one of my favorite Vietnamese plates, dishes. The way they make it here is very nice. The secret is in the batter. They pan fry it very crispy, light, not heavy in oil at all. There's bean sprouts, some fatty pork if you don't like that, prawns, and some beans that's put into it. So yeah. The soup, and that's what comes out. Salt. Okay, so this is a sugar, lemon, and salt mixture with water, right? Yeah, very good. Is this only for crab? You eat this only for crab?
Seafood?
And seafood, okay. Yeah, we don't have this before.
You can buy it in supermarket.
See, this one is you can order it with the whole crab there, or you can have no crab meat and just have crab ham, crab patties. So this one is with just crab meat. So we just finished a really good meal, Banh Canh Ghe, which is like crab. It's the same thick noodles that we had, but our local friend showed us this place in Cuc City. Really good. If you guys want it, I'll put the link in here. If you like Banh Canh with crab, this is the place to go. Okay, so this is the place. Well, there's no signage because this is back door, but it's called Banh Canh Lam. Okay, I'll put a link in there. Really good Banh Canh. This isn't really a restaurant, but instead it's a collection of restaurants all gathered within a few blocks. It's called the Vinh Food Street, and it's an absolutely great place for some late night beer and snacks like seafood and, my favorite, snails. Yes, you heard that right, snails. Check it out. this is snail with salted egg, which is very interesting. Okay, so this is cockle, which is quite a rare one in North America. We don't have it. It's a type of shellfish. Okay, so this is cockle, and you open it up, and that's what's inside. It actually tastes like clam. They say that this is good for the blood. This one is extra thick. I don't know what type of snail this is, but they're the biggest ones, and they're barbecue with some sweet chili sauce. So this one is, they call it finger snail with tamarind, which is really good. It actually tastes a bit like razor clams. Okay, so this is snail with garlic butter. And you can dip these sauces here, which is like the pepper, sweet, and you can add some chili. So this is snails in garlic buttered sauce. That was satisfying. We had such a great meal. If you are into seafood, and especially escargot, you gotta check out this street. It's called Banh Canh Street, and it's full of seafood stalls, especially escargot. Many different types of snails, done different ways, different flavors. Just try them all. We had some really good ones. My favorite is done in salted egg sauce, which is awesome. And all the other ones that we tried were actually good too, but that was my personal favorite.
In an alley where this place is called Banh Canh Ghe. It's actually a very famous kind of like a noodle soup that they make out of like a stall, like in a street like this. And what it has is that the soup base is actually made out of like this crab, there's chicken bones, the broth is really, really tasty. And the noodle is actually really, they made it fresh, so it's really smooth. And inside of this crab, there's meat, there's pork blood, and as you can see, there's prawns. There's many different kind of stuff that they put in there that is really tasty. So if you're in Vietnam, I really highly recommend you guys will try a food stall that sells Banh Canh Ghe. Dạ chị, một cái bánh cuốn đi. Mang đi dạ. Dạ.
So that's the different types of ham that they put in there, and it looks like that with the sauce. So you put bean sprouts, you put some of this mint, and then of course these this onion, or actually it's actually red shallot, it's deep fried shallot on top with some green onions. It's all really yummy, and that's what they steam the rice in. So they put this and then they pour the paste on there, and that's what becomes the rice roll. Steam it for not too long, and then it becomes this nice rice roll that they then wrap the meat in. And they use that to split and separate it. That becomes the rice stuff that they wrap. So this is a Banh Mi stall, which is sandwich. It's a famous Vietnamese sandwich. And you have lots of these on the street, especially morning time. And if you want it, you can order it. There's many different styles. Usually as a basic, you have the pate, which is from the French, in a baguette type of bun. And then you have different meats. You have ham, either steamed ham or fried ham with sausage and a bunch of other stuff and veggies and mince. So, you know, the best, if you don't know the language, just point to what you want and then they'll put it in there.
We hope you guys didn't get too hungry seeing all those great food, but now you can go and order the proper Vietnamese food, which we highly recommend you to try.
Yes, if you did, then please leave us a comment and let us know what you liked most. And don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel as we bring you more videos in our Vietnam travel series.